Well, welcome to Downtown Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando for Monday, August 29th, 2022, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's REYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift were the big winners at the MTV Video Music Awards ceremony at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Minaj co-hosted the event with Jack Harlow and LL Cool J. She also took the stage in her signature pink and performed her popular verse from Monster and hits Chung Lee, Anaconda, Super Bass, and more, then accepted the 2022 Video Vanguard Award. In her speech, Minaj thanked the artists who inspired her and gave her breaks along the way. She also said she wished the late superstars Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson were still here to make music and celebrate the industry, and implore people to take mental illness seriously. Before the night was over, she also won the prize for Best Hip Hop for Do We Have a Problem? She previously won the category for Anaconda in 2015 and Chung Lee in 2018. With 3 wins, she is the most honored rap artist in VMA's history, breaking her tie with Drake, who has 2 of the awards. Taylor Swift collected the prize for Best Long-Form Video for All Too Well, which was also recognized for Best Direction. She also accepted the top award of the evening, Video of the Year. Bad Bunny was declared Artist of the Year, BTS was voted Best Group, and Dove Cameron won for Best New Artist. Harry Styles won the trophy for Best Pop for As It Was, and for the Album of the Year for Harry's House. Billie Eilish is happier than ever, scored the statuette for Song of the Year. Manskin earned the honor for Best Alternative Video for I Want to Be Your Slave, and Lil Nas X and Harlow won the statuette for Best Collaboration for Industry Baby, which also scored the honors for Best Art Direction and Best Visual Effects. The Best K-Pop Award went to Blackpink's Lisa for La Lisa, Anita for won Best Latin for En Envolver, and The Weeknd won Best R&B for At a Time. The Red Hot Chili Peppers dedicated their Global Icon Award to Taylor Hawkins, the Foo Fighters drummer who recently died of a drug overdose. The band also went home with the prize for Best Rock for Black Summer. Harlow kicked off the show with the performance of First Class with an assistance from Fergie. The hit was later named Song of the Summer. Lizzo then brought the house down with the mashup of About Damn Time and To Be Loved, Am I Ready? Later in the evening, she won the prize for Best Video for Good and for About Damn Time. Another highlight of the show was Eminem and Snoop Dogg performing from the D2 the LBC from Eminem's second greatest hits album, Curtain Call 2, which was released earlier this month. Other performers throughout the evening, including Kane Brown, Anita, J Balvin, Marshmallow Times Khaled, Panic at the Disco, and Blackpink. The broadcast also included a surprise appearance from Johnny Depp as MTV's mascot, the Moon Person, flying over the stage and offering to work at anyone's special occasions. The stunt was a nod to the fact that Depp has lost numerous jobs in the wake of his tawdry legal battles with his ex-wife, Amber Heard. Weird Al Yankovic posted a teaser for his upcoming biopic Sunday, announcing that a new full-length trailer will be released on Monday. Sunday's 10-second preview showed Harry Potter icon Daniel Radcliffe dressed as Yankovic and singing the I Love Rock and Roll parody I Love Rocky Road. Weird, the Al Yankovic story is slated to premiere on Roku this fall. Yankovic produced the movie and co-wrote the script with Eric Appel, who also serves as the director and executive producer. Evan Rachel Wood co-stars as Madonna, Rainn Wilson as Dr. Demento, Julianne Nicholson as Yankovic's mother, Mary, and Toby Huss as his father, Nick. Shia LaBeouf is rebuking director Olivia Wilde's assertion that she fired him from her upcoming film Don't Worry Darling, instead claiming that he quit the production due to a schedule conflict. LaBeouf's comments came following an interview Wilde had with Variety. During the interview published Wednesday, Wilde claimed that she fired LaBeouf from the production in order to protect lead actress Florence Pugh. She told Variety, I say this as someone who is such an admirer of LaBeouf's work. His process was not conducive to the ethos that I demand in my productions. I believe that creating a safe, trusting environment is the best way to get people to do their best work. Ultimately, my responsibility is to the production and to the cast to protect them. Wilde added, particularly with a movie like this, I knew that I was going to be asking Florence to be in very vulnerable situations, and my priority was making her safe and making her feel supported. In an email reportedly forwarded to Variety on Friday, though, LaBeouf said that Wilde's notion of him being fired was false. LaBeouf instead claimed that he had quit the film due to a lack of rehearsal time during the film's early stages of production in 2020. Variety published the email in full, which was reportedly sent to LaBeouf to Wilde following the accusations. LaBeouf wrote to her, "What inspired this email today is your latest Variety story. I'm greatly honored by your words on my work. Thank you. That felt good to read." The email added, "I'm a little confused about the narrative that I was fired, however. You and I know the reasons for my exit. I quit your film because your actors and I couldn't find time to rehearse." The email went on by saying, "Fire me never took place, Olivia, and while I fully understand the attractiveness of pushing that story because of the current social landscape, the social currency that brings, it is not the truth." LaBeouf reportedly also gave Variety text that Wilde had sent him after he exited the film, in which he thanked him for his time spent on the project. Wilde's text allegedly said, "Thanks for letting me in your own thought process. I know this isn't fun. It doesn't feel good to say no to someone, and I respect your honesty. It doesn't feel good to say no to someone, and I respect your honesty. I'm honored you were willing to go there for me to tell a story with you. I'm gutted because it could have been something special." Neither LaBeouf nor Wilde responded to the additional requests for comment from Variety following Friday's story. LaBeouf was eventually replaced in Don't Worry Darling by singer and actor Harry Styles. The film, a romantic psychological thriller, is scheduled to have its world premiere at the Venice Film Festival on September 5th and will have a theatrical release on September 23rd. Paramount Pictures and Miramax released the official trailer for Confess Fletch, an upcoming comedy mystery film that reboots the popular series of the 80s. Jon Hamm stars in the film as Erwin Fletcher, a retired sarcastic investigative reporter who ends up on a quest to find a collection of stolen art. Over the course of his investigation, though, Fletch becomes a prime suspect in a murder, and he must prove his innocence while also tracking down the multi-million art collection. The film additionally stars Marcia Gay Harden, Kyle MacLachlan, Lorenza Izzo, and Annie Mumolo. The trailer, released Thursday, also shows Hamm reunite with John Slattery, his co-star from the iconic period drama Mad Men. Confess Fletch is based on the character first seen in Gregory MacDonald's 1974 novel Fletch. The reporter was first seen on screen in 1985's Fletch, an adaptation of the book that saw the character portrayed by Chevy Chase. Chase would reprise the role for a 1989 sequel, Fletch Lives. Following that sequel, a number of attempts to reboot the series were undertaken, but the project had languished for the past 30 years, unable to get past the development stage. It was finally confirmed in July 2020 that a reboot of the series would begin production with director Greg Mottola at the helm. Mottola and Hamm had previously collaborated on the 2016 film Keeping Up with the Joneses. Mottola was also known for directing films such as 2007's Superbad and 2009's Adventureland. Recently told Entertainment Weekly that Fletch is a guy who's usually the smartest person in the room. Riverdale actress Madelaine Petsch and Atlanta alum Mena Massoud are set to star in Amazon Freevee's first original Christmas rom-com, Hotel for the Holidays. Massoud tweeted Thursday, "What an absolute blast filming this for at Amazon Studios with the beautiful Madelaine Petsch and the whole cast." Also featuring Max Lloyd-Jones, Kaylee Sanayan, Jamie Belushi, Neil Crone, and Jane Eastwood. The film follows the staff and guests at the Hotel Fontaine in New York City during the festive winter season. The synopsis reads, Georgia, played by Petsch, is an ambitious young woman and the manager of a high-end hotel, which attracts guests of all kinds, including heartbroken singles, an infamous pop star, and a European ex-prince recently abdicated his throne, all looking to escape from their everyday lives and come to a hotel as a sanctuary during the holiday season. Georgia's work and personal life becomes entangled when she is caught between the charming hotel chef, Luke, played by Massoud, and the sophisticated ex-prince staying at the hotel. Storyline of Georgia and the hotel's eclectic guests twists, turns, and come together as they unexpectedly find friendship, love, and inspiration. Freevee is a free streaming app that is also the home to Bosch Legacy, Judy Justice, Tropo, and Sprung. Francis Lawrence, whose credits include The Hunger Games: Catching Fire and I Am Legend, has signed on to direct the live-action film adaptation of the video game BioShock for Netflix. Logan, Blade Runner 2049, and Death of the Nile scribe Michael Green is writing the script. Green has also penned Slumberland, a Netflix film set to premiere on November 18th. Stars Jason Momoa. No casting for BioShock has been announced yet. A synopsis from the streaming service said, set across multiple dystopian and visionary landscapes gone wrong, the series blends sci-fi and horror to pose unique existential and societal questions that reshape how game stories could be told, all amidst pulse-pounding action gameplay that rewards sharp shooting, a clever planning, and lethal improvisation. Paramount Network released the first teaser for Season 5 of its contemporary western Yellowstone on Sunday night. The 50-second teaser showed various members of the Dutton family looking concerned and prepared for conflict as wealthy patriarch and cattle ranch owner John Dutton, played by Kevin Costner, can be heard in voiceover saying, "We'll show the world who we are and what we do." The message, "All will be revealed," pops up on the screen as the final shot of John walking down a narrow hallway wearing a dark suit jacket and cowboy hat with his determined-looking daughter Beth, played by Kelly Riley, and several other people walking behind him. The show is about the proprietors of an independent ranch at odds with the U.S. government and real estate developers. It is slated to return with the 2-hour season premiere on November 13th. The ashes of late Star Trek actress Nichelle Nichols will be launched into space later this year. Celestialist, a private company that conducts memorial space flights, announced Friday that a portion of Nichols' ashes and DNA sample will be launched into space by United Launch Alliance and released from a Vulcan Centro rocket. Charles M. Schaefer, the co-founder and CEO of Celestialist, said in a statement, "We're truly honored to add a legendary actress, activist, and educator to Enterprise flight manifest." Nichols died July 31st at the age of 89. She was one of the first black women to play a major role on a TV show and was best known for her role as Lieutenant Nyota Uhura on the flagship Star Trek series. The rocket will also carry the ashes of other Star Trek figures, including Gene Roddenberry, who created the series, his wife Majel Barrett Roddenberry, who played Nurse Chapel in the original series, James Doohan, who played Montgomery Scotty Scott, and Douglas Trumbull, who created the visual effects for Star Trek The Motion Picture. The flight will travel between 90 and 180 miles into deep space and launch more than 200 flight capsules containing ashes, messages of greetings, and DNA samples. Season 4 of the sci-fi drama Manifest is set to premiere on Netflix on November 4th. The season will release in 2 parts consisting of 10 episodes each. Starring Melissa Roxburgh, Josh Dallas, J.R. Ramirez, Luna Blasey, Ty Duran, Parvi Kuro, Matt Long, Holly Taylor, and Daryl Edwards. The show follows the passengers of a turbulent flight who find upon landing that 5 years have passed and they now have supernatural powers. The streaming service said in a press release Sunday, 2 years after the brutal murder of Grace turns their lives upside down, the Stone family is in shambles, and as the devastated Ben continues to mourn his wife and search for his kidnapped daughter Eden. Consumed by his grief, Ben has stepped down from his role as co-captain of the lifeboat, leaving Michaela to captain it alone, a near impossible feat, with the passengers' every move now being monitored by a government registry. As the death date draws closer and the passengers grow desperate for a path to survival, a mysterious passenger arrives with a package from Cal that changes everything they know about Flight 828 and will provide to be the key to unlocking the secret of the callings in this compelling, mind-bending, and deeply emotional journey. Netflix announced last summer that it had picked up Manifest for a 4th and final season after NBC canceled it. Netflix announced its comedy Blockbuster, a fictionalized story set in the last Blockbuster video store in the United States, will premiere November 3rd. Randall Park and Melissa Fumero are to star in the series. Vanessa Ramos, whose credits include Superstore and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, is the showrunner. The ensemble also includes Tyler Alvarez, Madeleine Author, Olga Maritz, and J.B. Smoove, and Kamala Fairborn. The synopsis reads, Timmy Yoon is an analog dreamer living in a 5G world And after learning that he's operating the last Blockbuster video in America, Timmy and his staff employees, including his longtime crush, Eliza, played by Melissa Fumero, fight to stay relevant. The only way to succeed is to remind their community that they provide something big corporations cannot: human connection. Netflix isn't renewing its action horror series Resident Evil for a second season. Low viewership and mixed reviews from critics were to blame for the cancellation, according to Deadline and The Hollywood Reporter. Based on the popular video game franchise, the live-action show began streaming on July 14th. It stars Ella Balinska, Paola Nunez, Lance Reddick, Tamara Smart, Sienna Adedong, Adeline Rudolph, Ahad Raza Mir, Connor Gazzotti, and Turlar Curvere. Andrew Dabb was the showrunner for the series, which is set in the year 2036, 14 years after a deadly virus caused a global apocalypse. Peacock announced Friday it will be hosting a virtual documentary festival featuring original titles from the platform. Titled Docfest, the 6-week festival will see a new original documentary streaming on Peacock each Wednesday from September 14th to October 19th. The documentaries, Peacock said, will range from feature-length investigative films to multi-part documentary series. NBC Universal Executive Vice President of Unscripted Content, Rod Assisa, says Peacock continues its commitment to shining a spotlight on real-life stories deserving of a platform. We hope that the launch of Docfest will habituate audience into coming to Peacock for their weekly fix of quality documentary content presented by some of the industry's leading creatives. Peacock also announced that the full lineup of documentaries will cover a variety of subjects. September 14th will see the release of Hell of a Cruise, a documentary film chronicling the passengers of the coronavirus-stricken Diamond Princess cruise ship in January 2020, and the overall impact of the cruise industry at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. On September 21st, Shadowland will premiere a 6-part series that will investigate the conspiracy theories across America, including the anti-vaccine propaganda and the issues surrounding the January 6th insurrection. The series will be inspired by reporting from The Atlantic magazine. September 28th's premiere will be Sex, Lies, and College Cult, an in-depth look into the abusive sex cult at Sarah Lawrence College in Bronxville, New York. The film will examine allegations of abuse, extortion, and sex trafficking that reportedly lasted for decades. October 5th, Peacock will begin streaming Prince Andrew Banished, behind-the-scenes look at the former Duke of York and how his scandal with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein rocked the royal family. The documentary will feature first-hand accounts of Andrew's actions. October 12th will see the release of I Love You, You Hate Me, a 2-part show that will look into the children's program Barney and Friends and the fallout from those who hate it. From Barney's bashing to frat parties to homicidal video games, the show will uncover the dinosaur's dark past. And the festival will conclude on October 19th with The Rebellious Life of Mrs. Rosa Parks, a documentary film based on a biography of the civil rights icon. The film will examine Parks' decades-long fight for equality, which also shedding light of unknown parts of her story. Harry Styles is extending his Love on Tour World Tour. The 28-year-old singer and actor added 22 new dates of the tour in an update Friday. Styles will now perform shows on October 3rd at the Moody Center in Austin, Texas, and October 15th at the United Center in Chicago. He also added new dates to the Latin American portion of the tour and a new UK and European leg of the tour in 2023. The European shows will conclude in Reggio Emilia, Italy, in July 2023. In addition, Styles said he will soon announce tour dates in Asia. Styles initially announced the Love on Tour World Tour in November 2019. The tour was delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic and officially kicked off in September 2021 in Las Vegas. Love on Tour is in support of Styles' album Fine Line and Harry's House. Harry's House was released in May and features the singles As It Was and Late Night Talking. Rapper Wild Wave's Beautiful Mind is the #1 album in the United States this week. Coming in number 2 is Bad Bunny's Un Verano Sin Ti, followed by Beyonce's Renaissance at number 3, Megan Thee Stallion's Traumazine at number 4, and Young Boy Never Broke Again's The Last Cemento at number 5. Rounding out the top tier, Morgan Wallen's Dangerous, the double album, number 6. Harry Styles' Harry's House at number 7. The Weeknd's The Highlights at number 8. Future's I Never Liked You at number 9. And Olivia Rodrigo's Sour at number 10. And finally, The Invitation, a horror movie starring Natalie Emmanuel, is the number one movie in North America, earning $7 million in receipts. BoxOfficeMojo.com announced on Sunday. Coming in at number 2 is Bullet Train with $5.6 million, followed by Beast at number 3 with $4.9 million, Top Gun Maverick at number 4 with $4.8 million, and Dragon Ball Superhero number 5 with $4.6 million. Right at the top tier are DC's League of Super Pets at number 6 with $4.2 million, 3,000 Years of Longing number 7 with $2.9 million, Minions: The Rise of Gru at number 8 with $2.74 million, Thor: Love and Thunder at number 9 with $2.7 million, and Where the Crawdad Sings at number 10 with $2.3 million. Last weekend's top 10 movies earned about $69.3 million, while this weekend's top 10 raked in at about $41.7 million. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, August 29th, 2022. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.